Passengers and polish. Nancy is a guard's daughter. One day she was working on Skarloey with some polish and a rag. Skarloey was snoozing happily, but Nancy wanted to talk. "Wake up, lazy bones," she said severely. "Your brass is filthy. Aren't you ashamed?" "Oh, no," said Skarloey sleepily. "You're just an old fusspot. Go away." And Skarloey closed his eyes. He was thinking about his brother Rheneas and all the good times they had shared together before Rheneas went away to be mended. Nancy tickled his nose and interrupted again. "Rheneas comes home tomorrow. Don't you want to look nice?" Skarloey wasn't sleepy anymore. "What? Tomorrow?" "Yes, Dad told me. But I'm going, now." "Nancy, stop. Do I really look nice? Please polish me again. There's a kind girl." "Now who's an old fusspot?" laughed Nancy, and she set to work once more. Duncan was jealous. "Aren't you going to polish me too?" "Oh, sorry, not today. I'm helping the refreshment lady this afternoon. We must get the ices and things ready for the passengers on Skarloey's 2 o'clock train." "Never mind, Duncan. I'll give you a good polish tomorrow." But Duncan did mind. "Oh, it isn't fair," he complained. "Peter Sam gets a special funnel, Sir Handel gets special wheels, passengers get ices and things, and I'm never even polished." This, of course, wasn't true, but Duncan liked having a grievance. He became sulkier still. That afternoon, there was bad news from up the line. "One of Skarloey's coaches has come off the rails. We'll have to send some workmen there right away." Duncan was in steam, so he had to go. "All this extra work," he grumbled. "It wears an engine out." "Rubbish," said his driver. "Come on." The derailed coach was in the middle of his train, so Skarloey had gone on to the top station with his front coaches. Duncan left the workmen and then brought the passengers in the rear coaches home. He sulked all the way, and arrived back just in time to take his own 4 o'clock train. I get no rest. He was sulky and short of steam, so his driver waited a few minutes in a scenic spot in the hope of raising more. But Duncan wouldn't try. "We can't keep our passengers waiting any longer," his driver said at last. Duncan was cross. "You always think about the passengers and never about me." "I'm never even polished. I'm overworked and I won't stand it." He grumbled away, brooding over his wrongs. Duncan made heavy weather of the journey, but at last they reached the viaduct near the station. This is long, high and narrow. No one can walk on it when a train is there. "Come on, Duncan," said his driver. "One more effort and what? And you can have a rest and a drink in the station." "Oh, keep your old station," said Duncan rudely. "I'm staying here." And he did too. He stopped his train right on the viaduct, and nothing his driver or fireman could do could make him move another yard. Skarloey came all the way from the top station to haul Duncan and his train to the platform. The passengers were furious. They burst out of the train and told the drivers, the firemen and the guard what a bad railway it was. Skarloey had to pull the train to the top station too. Duncan wouldn't even try. The thin controller was waiting at the shed for Duncan that evening. He spoke severely to him, but Duncan still stayed sulky. "No passengers means no polish." "No polish means no passengers," Duncan muttered to himself in an obstinate sort of voice. He still has a lot to learn, doesn't he?